Hello again, kids. More Q&A because apparently you guys just can't get enough of it. So let's just jump right into it. After the last video that we did, the one that Shayla and I did, which was Q&A and cats, we got quite a few responses from it. And okay, so first one that I see here is from Ann Lipari, and this says, "That is so funny that the cats hate each other." It's not really that funny. It's actually kind of annoying, but I appreciate what you're getting at. What is your least favorite episode of Power Rangers in Space? Huh. I don't really know. Um, you know, I can't think of like any that like I was like, oh well, I just don't like doing this. I'm not enjoying this video, or I'm not enjoying this episode, or anything like that. Um, I had a lot of fun doing all of them, but okay, I will say this one episode, it wasn't the least fun or my least favorite. It was just the most confusing to me, and that was the grandma one. And the only reason why it was confusing to me was the fact that they're trying to establish that my character Andros and Tracy's character Ashley, they have a thing for each other, and then at one point Andros sees or thinks that Zane, Justin Nemo, thinks that Zane is like trying to hit on her or whatever, and they wanted me to be very clearly pissed off about that. Okay, I get that. That makes sense. But then in the episode, it's like, um, her her grandma shows up, and rather than have her pretend to be dating my character, they said, no, no, now she's going to pretend that she's dating Roger's character, Carlos. And I just thought, oh, okay. I mean, like, from a writing point of view, I was like, I guess that's supposed to create some kind of, like a conflict or whatever, but it didn't, and that was the confusing thing, was that there was no conflict, because right off the bat, my character is like, oh, okay, we'll go along with this because it looks funny, ha ha ha. No, no. I mean, I know that Power Rangers isn't supposed to be set in like a realistic situation, and on top of that, my character is a fucking alien with stupid hair, and I have the Force. So yeah, not a lot of this shit is really built around reality, but emotions are supposed to, pretty much be commonplace for everything. You know, something happens that would make you pissed off in one movie, one type of movie, one situation. Well, if the same thing happened in another movie, same thing, it would probably make you just as pissed off. Emotions. We're emotional animals, humans, and even aliens. We're all emotional animals, so they should have had me like kind of like they should have had my character acting like, I don't really like it that they're gonna go out on a date or anything like that. She's supposed to be trying to go out on a date with me, or whatever. But instead, they were like, no, no, no. Now it's all funny, ha ha ha. Nah, that doesn't make sense. So, again, I'm not saying that I don't like the episode. I'm just saying that it's probably the most confusing to me because, realistically, again, my reaction did not make a lot of sense to me. So that's done. Okay, enough of that shit. Again, going with comments and stuff that we got from the Q&A and cats, excuse me, video. Deshaun Holmes says, "This just goes to show that you can't assume things by just looks alone, because they can be very deceiving. You guys look great together, by the way. Thank you." And you are right. Yes, you can never. You know the old saying about assuming. When you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. You break the word down. Ass, you, M-E. That's the old saying. So in case you didn't know it, that's the old saying. Basically, what it means is that, yeah, when you assume things, you make an ass out of yourself. Yeah, you're right. Deshaun, you're absolutely right. A plus for you, gold star. Next, David Yao says, "Hi Chris, I grew up in the '90s, and in my am in my mid-20s now. In fact, I was probably near the same age as you when you filmed Power Rangers in Space. When I hit 30 in 5 more years, what kind of life lessons would you give? What things uh, did you have to learn the hard way as you got older?" Well, first off, I'm not nitpicking you or anything here, but when I was on Power Rangers, I was 19 when I first got there. 20 for the second half of the season, I believe. Whenever the fuck it was. I don't know. But, yeah, so you're actually 5 years older than when I was on Power Rangers. So, now that I'm roughly 500 years old, what kind of life lessons would I give? Man, I don't ask me for advice. I mean, I'm still learning every day, you know? Maybe that's like the best kind of advice to give is just keep learning every day, you know? Um, uh, there's always something new right around the corner. So, you know, I certainly haven't done everything. I haven't seen everything. I haven't been everywhere. I haven't talked to everyone. You know, there's always more you could do. There's always an improvement that you can make on yourself or what you're doing or whatever. Um, so, you know, I don't feel like at 36 years old I'm the person to give out life lessons. I think I still have a little more living to do before I'm at that level. I'm not like the Dalai Lama or something like that. What things did I have to learn the hard way as I got older? I don't know. Keep all your receipts. That's good for taxes. I don't know. Do that. It's helpful for when you're doing taxes. I don't know what else, man. Don't try to get in debt. Pay your bills. Things like that. Um, Here's one thing. God, I say just like Josh does all the time. This pertains to work, as in not like your work that would be a 9 to 5, a job, but work as in a career. And that is, if you love your career, you never work a single day in your life. That's true. That is absolutely true. So, if you love what you're doing, it never feels like work to you. Find what you love doing and do that. That makes sense, right? Some people just, it makes sense when you hear it, but if you don't hear it, you kind of don't think of it, Again, I'm terrible at giving life advice. What else? From our good friend Apu Nahasapima Pedalon, which was Jack, I believe. Sorry, I don't have the other thing up, but I have the last one that you said to me. I believe it was Jack. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it was Jack. Thanks for the shout out, Chris. Really funny watching my friend get wrecked by the actual Red Ranger. Both thought that was really cool. I liked the short film, the James Vanderbeek and Katie Sackhoff thing that they were in. I like the short film, too dark in my opinion, but just shows Power Rangers can be whatever it wants to be, between really campy and really dark, like Batman. Except Batman doesn't have a Mega Voyager. True. Just saying. I'm sure you agree that that's the best Megazord of all time. The Mega Voyager? Yeah, probably was. Yeah. Fuck that dragon shit. Here's one from Jamie Jokes. Says, "Hey Chris, are you planning on finishing The Last of Us? It was a pretty good walkthrough." Yes, I will. I was actually going to put up a couple of videos the other night, and really fun thing about that was that for some reason, I don't know what it is with my setup here, audio is really hit or miss. Sometimes it's just perfect, right on the ball, and then other times, nope, not happening. So I was actually making I recorded a video, went through, looked at the audio. Audio was shit. Redid it, looked at it again. Audio was shit again. Redid it again. Went over it, looked at the looked at the video again. Audio was shit. So yes, I will keep going with The Last of Us if you know, if you want me to. But I just, the other night I was having a real big problem with the audio. I don't know why. Just sometimes this shit happens. So you know, if the stars are lined up for me, then it'll work. If they're lined up against me, it kind of doesn't work. But I appreciate you bringing that up, Jamie Jokes, and I will try to finish that series. So yeah. Let's see. Guyfer says, sorry, the thing about Facebook. At first I misunderstood. I was following the story and my mind was still in 1998 almost the whole time until the very end when Power Rangers in Space aired, which I did see, until the end due to the name Andros being mentioned. Okay, well, you don't have to apologize for me. That was in regards to Shayla and I explaining that no, we were not saying that we met in 1998 and started dating there, because that's Guyfer was saying that, you know, oh, it sounds suspect because Facebook didn't exist back then. That's true. Facebook didn't exist back then, but also on top of that, this is probably a much better reason to explain why that didn't happen, was in 1998. Shayla was like, what, 12, 13? And I was like 19 or 20. Yeah. A 19, 20-year-old dating a 12 or 13-year-old? Not gonna fly. No. So that's also why. No. We were not together in 1998. She was a baby, and well, I was a baby. I was like 19 or 20, and she was very young. So, no, yeah, we weren't together back then. But that's already been cleared and all that shit. Carney Girl had something to say also, and Carney Girl is the woman who posted about whether or not we ever get any shit about being an interracial couple, and how we deal with that. And again, as I stated in the other video, I'm not going to go into it right now, but as I stated in that, Shayla and I technically aren't really an interracial couple. We're pretty much the same race, just different tribes, roughly. But Carney Girl says, "Oh wow, thank you so much for answering my question. You guys really are cute together. I travel for a living, and some of the places we go to, my husband and I get the look like, why they together? Or more like, why is he with her? I just wish people would lighten up. You guys are great together. Thanks again, and I'm also always a fan." And then she also said, "Also, I apologize for stepping on any toes for asking that question." No toes were stepped on. You can ask whatever question you want. It did not bother either one of us at all that you were asking that, and actually I was really glad that you asked that, because it's not that often that we really get to talk about somewhat serious subject. So you never apologize for something like that. No. And any other questions that you want to ask Carney Girl, do it. Ask away. We'll answer them. So yeah, we appreciate what you were asking us, and I think I think that it is, I would say, hilarious that you and your husband get looks like that, but it's not hilarious, it's sad. It really is. The fact that people are still that fucking stupid at this point in time, in 2015, people still have a thing like, you know, oh, they're not the same color, why are they together? That's just fucking ridiculous. I don't get it. But whatever, you know. Just look past it, honey, because that's all you can do. Ignorant people. One last one that I got here for the Q&A and Cats video, and that was from Ray Tigney, And Ray said, I heard Shayla made you watch Power Rangers in space. How was that experience? Okay, I'll be honest. I have watched it before. It's been a very long time, but I have watched it. It's just, I don't know. It's not that I don't like looking at Power Rangers per se. It's that I get self-conscious of looking at myself from previous work that I've done. Um, so, you know, and of course Shayla is a fan of Power Rangers, so she sees it in a whole different light than I do or did back then. And unfortunately, since she and I have been together, I have kind of burst her bubble on a few things as far as the way, what it looks like on the show and then what was actually going on behind the scenes and all that shit. I've kind of had to break her heart a little bit about a couple of things, but it's Hollywood, It's movies, it's TV, it's all that, you know. You want to believe the dream is real. Some dreams are. TV shows are not. So there you go. Yeah, How was the experience watching it? It was a silly show. It was a kid show. It was, at the time, it was a much more adult version of a kid show than they had done before that. At least, with certain topics, but it's still a kid show. I mean, silly. It's fun. I don't know. It all boils down to the fact that the reason why I don't watch it is not because it's Power Rangers. It's just because I don't like watching my old work. I don't like it. I just look at it and I'm like, oh God, what was I thinking doing it like that? It's terrible. And I mean, I've looked at quite a few episodes of Power Rangers or other TV shows, movies, whatever that I've been in, and looking at it, and I just go back and I'm like, oh God, that was terrible. You were horrible. You suck. Don't be an actor. So, anyways, those are the only questions that I see posted. Or the comments, questions posted under the Q&A and Cats video. So, you know what? That's going to wrap it up for this video, which is already about 17 and a half minutes long. Didn't expect to make this video that long, but whatever. Anywho, so I'm going to wrap it up now. Keep the questions coming in. Any comments, anything that you guys want to talk about, let me know or Shayla know. You can hit us up on our Facebook pages. If you found my YouTube page, then you know where my Facebook page is. And, yeah. And go to her business page and like it. I want you to do that for me. Every one of you. All of my beautiful little Quantrons out there. All of you. I want you to go out and like her business page and go on there and tell her how great she is. Because she is. She's beautiful. She's wonderful. She's perfect. She steals the blankets in bed, but I can let that shit slide. And she doesn't hear it enough. Not as much as she should. So, she's asleep right now on the bed, so that's why I'm saying all this shit. But anyways, that's it. So, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.